I come to America to smash Americans and to build my American dream. I come here to smash and to succeed. I am from Ukraine. Smash style, it doesn't quit. It doesn't quit. You helped me accomplish my American dream, Zach. Yeah. I come here to smash Americans.
You did it.
For the next 5 days, I'll be using PEDs. I'll be testing my mile run time, my volume of push-ups, squats, and most importantly, my recording of MMA, Jiu-Jitsu rounds and rolls. I'll get feedback from my Jiu-Jitsu and MMA victims on their subjective feelings. For this test, I'll be using 2 Prohormones and a questionable supplement called Laxogenin. Our goal is to use it for 2 weeks or a minimum of 1 week and see how it affects performance for combat athletes as well as volume strength for these fitness tests. So for the first test, I would run outside, 8 minutes, 26 seconds, 88 degrees outside, out in Reading, and then the next week, the performance went down a little bit. So the second week that I did the test, naturally was 8:59. But then once I got on the Prohormones, it was 8:11. So here I do 27 natural push-ups, no steroids, no PEDs, nothing. Then was able to do the squats, 22 squats, 100 pounds, 50-pound dumbbells each side. Then about 12 pull-ups with questionable form. I'm not gonna lie, the form on those pull-ups was not the best. So using the PEDs, was able to get 30 push-ups versus my personal best without 27. With a +3 advantage using the PEDs. Here I did 29 reps, 100 pounds, 2 50-pound dumbbells, and I had a +7 advantage versus the 22 natural squats I did the week before. Now, probably the most shocking thing was the pull-ups, to go from 12 pull-ups to 18 within, a week. It's shown that I was only on the PEDs for about 5 days, so not very long. Now, I do want to say this is not a fitness channel where we do the Pilates and all the bullshit, but when you have such an increase in squats, push-ups, pull-ups, that means you can. When your fitness is at a higher level, you will be able to take people down easier. You will have more endurance, more strength. Your recovery will be better, and overall a better athlete. Your penetration shot will be much deeper, stronger. So, rolling natural. These are my natural rolls with blue belts. It's pretty easy. This right here, black belt, much harder to take down and keep down. I actually end up getting smashed. Do get a good takedown, but then it's reversed. It's not easy to always train multiple times a day. You don't always feel that great, and sometimes happens you get smashed. Here I get submitted, guillotine from mount. Here I keep trying to take down the black belt, but this time I get thrown, reversed. Big weight discrepancy, but not easy. The skill difference is pretty massive. You have to. Here I get thrown, single legs, just very hard for me against a bigger black belt. Here, white belt, but 315 pounds. I try to go for that outside single, take the back. I take back, easy rear naked choke. Cure that seatbelt position, seat choke. Here, as I said, I don't really need PEDs. I feel great training multiple times a day, and But you know, it is a little bit hard on the body to train so many times and to have that strength to continue competing. And you just feel terrible sometimes in the morning when you wake up, how tired you are. You know, here this guy tried to jump on me like little monkey, you know. Not work on me this time. Here nothing really happens in this role, to be honest. Going on here, blue belt, get single leg, turn into double, smash him. Then here I let him take single leg, he do some kind of jiu-jitsu shit and try to come up on top. I realize I need to not allow this position, go for single leg, he tried to lock, reverse triangle, but I see it and end up in guard. Now smash time. I fast forward a little bit and go for that arm triangle, get the tap. You know, smash guy, get past.
What does it feel like to be on a PED or a Prohormone?
Basically, you feel like a ball of muscle all the time. You have immense strength, immense recovery. Everything you do physically is just so much better. You are usually happier, more confident, and stronger in every way. If your sleep is good, then even more benefit to you.
So Zach, tell me, brother, how does it feel to get smashed by somebody with steroids?
Hola.
So here I'm rolling with one of my favorite training partners, Zach. You know, he let me get half guard and at smash time, so I had to put a lot of pressure and just try to put as much pressure as possible, smash, smash, smash. But then he is able to reverse this position and he's able to come up on top. But, you know, I feel pretty good on PEDs, so I let him.
Combat base, good. That was dumb.
Basically able to snatch up. So here we go again. Round is not over. Let me get on top. So now it's smash time again. You know, smash, smash, smash. Just make him breathe hard. Stay on top and just suffocate him. You know, don't let him rest. Here I go for guillotine, but I don't think I have. I tried to do one arm guillotine, didn't work, so now just put all my, now try to do Ezekiel. It don't work. Now he's fighting very hard, but you know, smash, smash, smash. Keep going, just don't let the guy breathe. You know, in MMA, you're able to use ground and pound, but here, you know, Jiu-Jitsu, not okay to do this. So I try to go for another guillotine, don't have it, and just stay patient and try to smash. See, maybe I'll go for it back and I get the tap. So this time I roll with a good training partner named Clint, brown belt BJJ. This time my PEDs, the week prior, he was able to submit me twice pretty easily. This time I didn't get submitted in this role. I actually was able to just take him down and just work from the top. We went out of bounds, so you can't really see the rest of the role. So I was not able to record every single round and, you know, post every single round on PEDs in this video, but here we have the victim interviews from my training partners.
So can you tell the difference? A little bit. Being on a PED versus just natural, because yeah, in our last roll, you're not. Oh, are you taking a little bit? Oh, really? Oh shit. Oh man. How many are you? Like how many milligrams? This might go on the internet, by the way.
Like 50.
That's nothing. That's why I couldn't really even tell if.
So within then like
versus last week?
This is tough.
Yeah. Do you feel it was a lot more size strength advantage for me, or do you feel like it was?
You have some strength, but I could be better at wrestling. I'm not using much technique for defense.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, I just felt like to wrestle people, especially, and my one punch power, one punch kick power, it was just a lot easier to do. You know, I just had more energy, more aggression, and I was just trying to keep being in people's face to try to see if I could break them over time. You know.
You seem way more.
Yeah, I'm a bit more aggressive. It's different, right? It's way different. And, you know, and so like when people are on these drugs, it's not a comparison at all. I mean, wouldn't you say so? I mean, it was like a different guy you were sparring with last week.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I would say so. Yeah. For sure. A lot stronger, more aggressive.
Yeah. I mean, it just speaks for itself, you know. Yeah. I know we don't have the footage, but how did it feel sparring this week versus last week?
I think last week you were more like calm and toned down, and didn't feel as strong when you were wrestling me. But this week you felt like real strong.
Yeah, I mean it's performance enhancing drugs. It's Prohormones, and I feel like I'm two different people when I'm on the stuff versus off, you know. That's just how it is for a lot of people who do performance enhancing drugs, you know. It's just it's quite an advantage. I mean I wasn't even getting tired after the rounds, you know. It was like my recovery was right back, you know.
Yeah. You felt way stronger than normal. How do you feel like just being 1 week on it?
I feel like a different person.
Really?
Like Habib.
Yeah.
I feel like that. When I'm on the ground, I really feel it more. Cardio-wise, it's not that much for me. Cardio, more power, and then strength and instant recovery.
Yeah.
You know? So I could like go hard, take like 5 seconds, break, and then go hard again. And you know, it's a drug. It's not even fair, you know, when people are using this type of stuff. I mean, against somebody natural, there's almost no chance if the skill level is like the same, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, that's all.
Yeah.
So Zach, tell me, brother, how does it feel to get smashed by somebody with steroids?
Well, I mean, you definitely feel the strength, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I was already getting smashed by you already, so. But this just doesn't help out.
No, not at all. Do you think, like...
I definitely feel me getting smashed.
The smash style, it doesn't quit. It doesn't quit. You helped me accomplish my American dream, Zach. Yeah. I come here to smash Americans.
You did it. Mission accomplished.
I'm joking. That's my Dagestani style. Come to Ukraine 2-3 years and forget. See ya. How did it feel rolling with me this week versus like the time before?
I don't even remember the last time we rolled.
Yeah.
You're fucking strong.
Yeah.
I mean,
it feel like the strength is there, you know. I just felt like, for me personally, I just felt more aggressive, more go, quicker recovery, you know, where before I would just get like tired all the time, honestly, you know. All right, we got Bryce Sexton in the house, BJJ black belt. Wanted to ask you, what do you think about PED usage, particularly like combat sports, BJJ? I know you're like a competitor, you do a lot of competitions, and obviously you've probably experienced other people using it. What's been your take on it, and what do you feel honestly about it?
I feel like I would say probably 80% of the matches I have at black belt are people on PEDs.
Yeah.
It's pretty evident, you know, a lot of it, you know, visually, right? You look at somebody who isn't
Yeah.
on PEDs, right?
Yeah.
And then somebody who is, and
Yeah.
it's like just a huge differential. And I mean, that doesn't always, you know, mean that, you know, maybe their technique's better or,
Oh,
you know, or whatever. You can still be stronger than somebody that looks, you know, jacked. But I would say most people, but at black belt, everybody's technique is so good, right? So when your technique is super good, or even like above average or average, and you're on blasting, you know, gear,
yeah.
it's a huge deficit as far as, you know, your wins and losses. Like currently, I have a losing record at black belt. I'm fighting the top guys, and I can definitely tell, like, it's just tough. It's tough. You can tell they have a better gas tank. They recover better typically. When they're not, in training, they can do like so many more sessions and things like that. And it's, you know, some people argue like, hey, it's more entertaining to have people like people that are on steroids because, you know, they're training harder, they're in better physical shape, yada yada yada. But I think jiu-jitsu would benefit from maybe a little more testing in certain federations, and then the guys that want to compete with PEDs should be in a different federation. You know, like for example, ADCC, whatever. You want to do steroids, cool. CGI, you want to do steroids, cool. But IBJJF, things like that. I don't think you need to be blasting gear. So, yeah, it's just kind of ridiculous. I would say probably the two people I had matches against this last weekend were probably I'm like 90% sure.
99%.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just it's not ideal as a competitor because you're putting your body on the line too. Like you go out there and you're trying to break each other's limbs and someone's enhanced. You know, it's just the recipe kind of for disaster at the higher level.
Would you say it's maybe unethical, or what's your take on it?
I don't necessarily think it's unethical. I don't know, it's hit or miss. I mean, the way I see it is it's unethical if you claim you're natural.
There's a lot of subprimals that are convinced that Liver King is taking steroids.
And you're doing all these divisions, right? Like you're like, oh, like I'm natural.
Oh my God, this is ridiculous. Are you kidding?
You're natural, you're posting all over your Instagram, you're natural, but you know, you're behind the scenes, you know, stabbing your ass with whatever. I definitely think there is a line, you know, and like I said, I think they need that separation. Like, hey, these tournaments are for people who are blasting gear, these tournaments are for people who are natty, and it would just make, I think it would just be, goals would be a lot more attainable, you know, like winning worlds, everybody's on gear. You know, or they get off it. Well, they get off it and they just have their drug tests, right, or whatever. But it's just, it makes it tough. I mean, you just walk around. Dude, this dude's straps are, you know, cute. He's like no neck, straps to the ears, like obviously on gear. He can push the pace super hard. You know, so yeah, I definitely don't think it's necessarily an ethical issue. Yeah, because you know, people are gonna do what they're gonna do, and I think that. If you want to use steroids, cool. But I definitely don't think you should be, you know, with natties, you know. So maybe it is a little bit unethical. I don't know.
That's what I mean.
It's a fine line, you know. People are going to use it anyways. You see